WBCSD Conservation Campus on business ecosystems training. Focus today is learning how to train business. My name is James Griffiths. I work at the World Business Council for Sustainable Development, and my colleague Hélène Berger is going to be running the program overall today. I'm just kicking off a few introductory slides, and then I'll take off and go to the Madhouse down the road at the International Convention Centre for the rest of the activities. So, what is WBCSD? Well, we're a business non-government organisation, a global platform for leading companies focused on sustainable development. And sustainable development for us is economic growth that delivers on social equity issues within the limits of the planet. So it respects ecological limits, environmental issues. The way we're organised is that companies join us through their chief executives or chairman. So it's a CEO-led, CEO-driven. It's this leadership position around bringing the world onto a sustainable development track. The membership is global companies, and we have a number of company representatives here today who Hélène will introduce you to later, members of our Future Leaders team. There are 25 of them here in Jeju as part of the conference, and they'll be helping with the program today. But these are global companies from many major industrial sectors, about 10% of the world's economy in terms of annual revenues, $7 trillion. The global economy is about $70 trillion. Also significant in terms of market capitalization. Many of these companies are public companies, publicly traded shares. Collectively, they employ Portugal. 50 million people live in Portugal. So these are a significant cluster of global companies. And here are the logos of them. So if you look through them, I'm sure you'll recognize a product or a service from one of these companies that you've already used today or you'll be using later today. We did a calculation a couple of years ago and worked out that about 2 billion people buy a good or service from one of our member companies every day. So these are, again, globally collected firms. In addition to our company membership, direct company membership, we also have a very important part of our program, or part of our work is through our regional network partners. 60 national business councils for sustainable development or national organisations focused on environment and social and business issues. And here in Korea, we have a Korean Business Council for Sustainable Development headquartered in Seoul, and they've been incredibly helpful supporting WBCSD as we prepare to be involved in the World Conservation Congress. But again, similar model to us, sort of a franchise national organisations focused on national sustainable development challenges, but again, driven by companies and their chief executives and a commitment to not just talking about sustainable development, making sustainable development happen. WBCSD's worked on ecosystems for many years. We came out of the Rio Summit in 1992. We've had a long-term working relationship with IUCN. In the beginning, ad hoc. We did things around biodiversity, handbooks and guides, but our relationship with IUCN has strengthened, and our work program around biodiversity and ecosystems has also matured very significantly as a result of a number of activities. Working with IUCN, attending congresses, we had business at the Bangkok Conservation Congress, and then Barcelona 40 years ago. We were involved in the Millennium Ecosystem Assessment, and the findings of the Millennium Ecosystem Assessment in terms of ecosystem degradation really drove WBCSD to set up its ecosystems work area. We've been involved in a TEEC process. We were involved in FAO processes, UNEP processes. So our focus on ecosystems has strengthened. And the ecosystems focus area is now one of the 4 main programs of WBCSD, and we see that strengthening and changing as we go forward. Within WBCSD, we work around forestry issues, water issues, but also ecosystems across multi-sector. So the objectives of today's campus is to understand the business case for action in ecosystems. We want to introduce you to one of our latest capacity building tools, Business Ecosystems Training, and why we developed it. The idea is to help you understand the challenges that are involved in getting to grips with the material and then facilitating the process and how to become trainers. This is a bit of a train-the-training session. And also so that by learning about the materials you understand there are many opportunities to customize it. That was set up so it could be customized at an individual level, a set of core curriculum, at a company level, at a sector level, and perhaps even at a country level. So the idea of the campus today is to take you through the material and introduce you to the capacity to become facilitators of this material and work with business and build businesses' capacity to respond to biodiversity and ecosystem challenges and opportunities. So, the program for today, my 5-minute blurb, and then I'll be handing over to Verlyn and co-facilitators and support facilitators during the day. This is going to be an ice-breaking session. Not quite sure what Verlyn's got planned for that, but I know it'll help break the ice and get you thinking about understanding your expectations for the session. Then there will be a facilitated session looking at business and ecosystems. Is there a gap there, or why is there a gap there? How can we close the gap? We'll be going through one of the first BET exercises. BET is based on lots and lots of different training tools and case studies. There'll be a coffee break. I was looking for coffee when I first arrived. It's hard to find here, but there will be coffee outside afterwards. Then we'll be introducing you to Module 2 of the BET program, looking at which focuses on impact and dependence assessment, which is often how companies start down this path of addressing their ecological footprint. Moving into a session about how you can implement a BET program or become a BET trainer. And then we'll move towards a session towards the end about how you can use the presentation materials and design a customized program as you work with your business partners. And then it's all over. Okay, then a wrap-up session. So I think that was my last slide. So Verlyn, I'll hand it over to you and good luck for the rest of the day.
Good morning. Thank you, James. So good morning, everybody. My name is Violaine Berger. So obviously I'm French, as you can hear from my accent, and I'm working for the World Business Council for Sustainable Development. I'm working with James on ecosystems and water, and I've been working on this business ecosystems training for more than 1 year now. And actually in the room you might have seen, so you're broken into teams. Team 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And so your teams, you're not just a group, your team, so you're going to work together. And the first, exercise, not really an exercise, is trying to break the ice. So I'd like you to answer these 3 questions. Your current scope of work, your knowledge of biodiversity ecosystems, and what you want to learn from this conservation campus. And to help you in this process, there's 5 people who are going to help you actually throughout the morning. And these are professionals from different companies who are part of a program at WBCSD that is called the Future Leaders Team Program. And you will hear more about them, about their program, about also how they worked on the material on BET later this morning. So I'd like to ask each of the facilitator to come to the table and to help you also answer these questions individually so that within your team you know each other as well. And then we'll debrief So 3 questions. You've got 5 minutes actually within your group to answer these questions.
And they get Jason for you.
That's a squad.
And I work for us on a phone.
Try to sit up.
Hola, ¿qué tal? Alisa, de Panamá.
So we are going to start with the first questions. Your current scope of work. So what is your current scope of work? What do you do? So this is about
I am a director of based in NGO. I myself am a biologist, so environmental. I just wanted to ask you some questions for business or for people who are in society, what's the for them to understand the value of biodiversity. I have this conjunction.
it's focused on business. One doesn't mean that it's only for business. It's probably going to help you to see the business view of the sustainable development, it's quite different of the NGOs views, at least for my case, which I work for ArcelorMittal. What I mean is sometimes we have to match our views because we came with one idea and the enterprise idea is quite different of what we are trying to say to us. You know what I mean?
Okay, now because every day that's what I do. I am I don't know if it's the case of enhancing this or doing the same with
I think here we are trying to learn at least how can we match the business way of development and the NGO way of sustainable development. I don't know if this is what I mean, but sometimes it's quite hard to get a deal with our problems.
Okay, I think this is the wrong thing.
Do you think so?
Because I think it's focused more on the opposite, no?
I'm in the same position like you. We are basically NGOs, and my expectation here is to understand our business partners, and then we can, properly approach them how to work together.
That's what I would
So I think our expectations altogether will shape up the session. That's my expectation.
It's good for you to learn how do we think, how this business. I don't know. I think. What goes? What's that? Me too.
No, I'm working with biodiversity and biodiversity and the local authority,
about sustainable development. It's you're going to learn a lot. At least we have now a presentation that you're going to learn to show you how we customize this. I did this customization for the mining sector, so we're going to present how I
Those are the worst I have
do
seen.
think so. I got sure that it's not that bad.
No, very bad. Not bad, very, very bad.
We are talking. What's your name? Eduardo. Eduardo. We are talking about what do you do, where you're from. I want to know a little bit more about you.
Okay, so I'm Eduardo Jr. I am from Mexico. I work in an NGO. I work on Mexico. And actually I was working on this potential buyers and investors for what's happening on the forest. So we work with timber forest management, timber as part of that also and how to connect the local markets that are running on. Given that in Mexico, 60% of forests are owned by humans and communities. So you're talking about rural players, little business knowledge, trying to sell big corporates that are not used to buy, are not used to buying from small producers or small suppliers. That's normally the work we're doing. And we're also the advocacy agenda we have advocating for more transparency, so for wider engagement on wider reforms. And what breaks me here is that really there is little knowledge of business and the impact of what they're doing. I don't personally believe that business are that bad guys. Normally they're the guys that don't know the implications of what they're doing. And I think transparency is a great process for them to understand the impact that they have.
So 1 more minute before speak, please.
Turkey. And my
I think I'm in trouble. Mining sector, only India.
1 more minute, 73.
From the name.
My name is Sedat Khaled. I am the Conservation Director for the National Office of the International Conservation Organization, WWF Turkey. Our scope is to protect biodiversity and reduce the
So okay, we're going to be free.
which is composed of
Allez,
carbon
on le fait à
emissions
côté.
and other
Maybe we could
goods and
start
services that we are
with
exploiting from nature.
Team
And,
2.
we are actually cooperating with the business sector in different aspects. 50% of our energy.
Everyone, so I'm speaking on behalf of Team 2. Myself, my name is Rosa. I'm from PricewaterhouseCoopers in employment, and I'm part of the
And
WWF.
engaging the personal
So in our team, we have a wide variety of employees. collaboration from people from the corporate sector, from NGOs, from things like that. Similarly, we've got a range of levels of knowledge as well, although there are quite a few experienced people in our team. This is because people come from, say, the area of forestry management, from environmental think tanks, from organizations that are particularly based around business and ecosystems. But then there are other people also who have some level of interest in this area and want to raise their awareness. And as such, the level of expectation ranges from just wanting to know what this is all about to actually really specifically wanting to know what the tools for better management are and the ability to present back to their companies.
So the next table.
Thank you. My name is Kabelo Kutswane. I'm from South Africa and I'm part of the Future Leaders team. I'm a table of experts from various countries, from different backgrounds of course, and they indicated a fair understanding of what biodiversity is, systems and so on. And of course, they would like to better